What's up, you bunch of misfits? I hope everyone's doing well. I'm Robert Uvino. I produce the music and sound effects for Firefly Studios. And my message today, these are troubling times. Everybody is practicing social distancing. People are concerned about their health, their loved ones, their jobs, the economy as a whole, all of that. And I know it has a number of you going a bit stir-crazy. And while there might not be a lot in the way of consensus regarding all of this, I believe most would agree, at the very least, everyone's voice deserves to be heard. And that's really just my clever segue into the real point of this video, which is, it got me to thinking this might be a good opportunity to have a little bit of fun with the fans of the game and include them in a manner which we've never really tried before. And when I say include, I mean that in a literal sense, to include them in the release of our upcoming Stronghold Warlords. You want your voices to be heard? This might be the time, so stick with me. Anyone who's played our games knows there's never been a lack of suffering in them. Whether it's a trained military unit or just a common peasant, no character has ever been exempt from the possible risks of a grisly ending. And over the years, in order to procure these types of effects, I have recorded countless individuals, from just personal friends to professional actors, everything in between, trying to coerce them to deliver their most authentic, or at least most entertaining, screams, grunts, shrieks, hollers, groans, all the sounds of agony one might imagine being heard if they were about to meet their maker, so to speak. Oftentimes, I'd even bring in a group of people into the studio.
This is the official Stronghold death party going on.
And just the energy of one individual feeding off the other sometimes would result in some absolutely hysterical recordings.
What else should we do?
How about...
Take his knee out.
Yeah, why don't you take his knee out? Kneecap's always hurt.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, bust his knee.
Do you really want me to take his knee? Don't actually.
It's like I was thinking about it.
Move his knee.
So we had a lot of fun with that. Needless to say, with this pandemic, something as simple and straightforward as that is no longer so easy. And that got me to thinking, what would be cooler than to involve the actual fans of the game in this part of the sound design? Let me cut right to what I'm proposing here. For anyone interested, what I'm asking you to do would be to record yourself playing the vocal role of battlefield casualties. And you'd submit those recordings to us, and I'd pick through them and find the best bits and do the editing, and hopefully, if everything worked out well, include a lot of those in the actual game title. This might, of course, result in some of you experiencing the rather surreal moments while playing the game. You might find yourself attacking and sometimes killing yourself, or the reverse, or something like that. Anyhow, if you're a little bit confused or not quite sure what I'm alluding to, I put together a video several years ago. I think it was during the making of Crusader 2. It shows a bit of a behind the scenes of how I, approach these types of sessions and how I record these sound effects. And I'll include a link either above or below, so you can find that easily if you haven't seen it already. I think you'll find it at least a little bit entertaining and could be really helpful. In addition, I'm going to be providing a set of guidelines. This will be written. I'm not going to go into all of it here. And these are just going to be practical bits, a few little nuggets of advice regarding how to record something like this, but also details such as how and where to submit these recordings, and the formats that would be acceptable and what wouldn't be acceptable. A lot of people now do have home recording studios that are really quite nice, and all it would require would be one single decent microphone. Might be adequate to capture these kinds of sounds. I highly recommend you reading that if, again, you plan to participate in this. I wouldn't want anyone to waste their time. And by that I mean if this is something you're interested in and you plan to use your smartphone or let's say the microphone on your webcam, that probably wouldn't cut it. Not that I don't appreciate any and all efforts by everybody, but I'd be able to tell the difference in sound quality rather quickly. And if something sounds like it was recorded with a very significant difference in quality from the rest of the sounds in the game, obviously that wouldn't work out too well. The better the quality of the recordings and of course the performances, the more likely you'll end up in the game. This could be a lot of fun. I have no idea what to expect, but either way, I'm sure I'll be listening to some interesting stuff, and we'll see what ends up happening. So that's it. I'll wrap it up on that. Just a final thought. I generally keep a pretty low profile, but for those of you who have over the years provided positive feedback for some of the work I've done on the titles, don't think it goes unnoticed. It means the world to me. So thank you. Stay safe, everyone. Peace.
Okay.
But there's a sword inside. Yep.
That was good. That was good.
Toasty.
Nice.
It's so empowered,
Yeah, well.
How about starting with M's? Give me like short ones, like you just got hurt. Small injury.
Yeah, just like casual stabbing.
Yeah.
Nice.
I want to throw up on myself.
Yeah. Make me eat paper. You want a fire?
I can do fire.
All right. Here we go.
Oh, he's so pumped.
It's like
he's so stoked.
Some people just have a gift.
How's that?
If you're coughing blood, that's a good sign.
I am. It's all over your floor.
Strangle yourself. Imagine you're being thrown off a building or a little shorter.
Find your center and then light it on fire.
He's gonna get great fire.
Sound surprised, like you just got struck. Just surprised. Can you do a good sob?
Oh, that's his specialty. Yeah, his specialty, sobbing.